Now, we want to know a little something about you, man. You know what I mean? We want to know what Cocheze is doing with KRS-One. How did you work that deal, man?
Well, you know, it was like I was in my hometown. I'm from Steamboat Springs, Colorado.
Awesome.
You know what I'm saying? Super small town out of Colorado, you know, and it was like I was a super bedroom DJ, you know what I'm saying, playing in little clubs here and there. And it was like KRS came to my town and I was opening up for him and he's like, yo, can you DJ for me tonight? He rolled without a DJ out to Colorado and he was like, can you DJ for me tonight? I'm like, yeah, I got you, dawg, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I got you. And then he's like, yo, we did like 4 dates in Colorado and he's like, yo, can you come out to LA? And I'm like, yeah, no doubt. And I just packed my bags and jumped in the car and it was like, yo, we're out of here, you know what I'm saying? It was like, moved out the crib-ish and it was like, boom, we out, you know?
That must have felt like a straight honor, man.
No doubt, it was an honor. Being in the teacher's presence is definitely an honor, you know what I'm saying? The whole thing he's got with the Temple of Hip Hop, you know, I was truly a part of, you know what I'm saying, even before I met him, you know, his principles and his philosophies that he taught, you know what I'm saying? I knew that, you know, like everybody else, we all grew up on KRS, you know what I'm saying? So it was like, right, you know what I'm saying, like from back in the day. So it's like, you know, I was a follower of KRS, you know, of his teachings and all that, you know, and it was like an honor to be blessed by him, you know. It's like they say, you know, when the student is ready, the teacher will come, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, there we were, you know, and that's how it began.
Now, how did you start up into the DJing side of things? What was it that struck you to get you like, man, I want to get on these wheels, the stairs, and do my thing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it was like, you know, I was growing up as a kid, you know, teenager and stuff, and it's like I saw battles and stuff, and like battling, DJ battles is what got me into DJing and stuff, and it's like, you know, they say the battle DJs are like, all they do is buy 2 records and that's the only 2 records they buy the rest of their life. But it was like, you know, it's like, but to survive as a DJ, you gotta learn like crate digging and like rocking parties too. So it was like, I started battling and stuff, but then it was like, okay, I gotta play in clubs too, you know what I'm saying? I can live off of my art, you know, and it's like, boom, I'm in the clubs. It's like, I was the youngest kid. I was like 15 years old rocking these clubs and stuff. Everyone else was there was like 6 years older than me, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like the little kid in the club. And it was like I got into it because of battling, you know. I'd watch cats like Mixmaster Mike, Cuber, Invisible Scratch Pickles, Beat Junkies, Executioners. All of them were huge inspirations in my life and stuff. Along with all the pioneers, Bambaataa, Jazzy J, you know, that whole era of people. So it was like, that's what really got me into DJing. And it was like...